Yeah, very nice horse on his hands, Kim Bailey. Congratulations to him. Runner's going to post 4 our next. Class 3 hurdle this. Chase rather. 13 fences and 4 runners. 2 miles and half a furlong is the trip they'll go. And St Calvados is 15 to 8, 9 to 4. Remiluc. Calvados is 5 to 2 and Got Away is 7 to 1.
A really trappy forerunner Novices Handicap Chase this, and I suppose the feature of the market, two ways. The drift of Chirico Varlas, not been doing an awful lot wrong, apart from the 4 when still going well last time out. That was put in at 6 to 4 in the paper, has been as big as 5 to 2, just been trimmed to 9 to 4 now, but the money undoubtedly is for the Harry Whittington top weight St Calvados. That one was 7 to 2 in the morning paper. I don't think it was ever actually that price, but it's now a top. The best I can see now is 7 to 4. So that's been extremely well backed. Remiluc, who's a little bit of an enigma, but he's got plenty of ability, certainly over hurdles, and he's off a lower mark over fences. That's around a 9 to 4 chance. It has got a good record at Newbury, but you're taking a guess on its jumping ability. But yeah, feature of the race, definitely the support for the top weight St Calvados.
Thanks very much, Dave. Yes, St Calvados heads the betting then, 7 to 4. You were just telling me off air that a rather good horse won this a few years ago, Jonathan.
I do this every year. Yeah, 13 years to the day since Corto Star made his winning debut when it was not a handicap.
Time has flown. Right, St Calvados then. What do you make of his chances? First start for the yard, the betting is informative.
Well, you know, when we were talking earlier and you were saying that the handicap hurdle was an open race with many possibilities, well, I feel rather the same about this. Right, the win, the Auteuil win, which was 1 of 3, the form, as far as I can work out, has worked out perfectly reasonably, and then he got beaten in a grade 2 after that. But this is obviously a British debut, a chasing debut. I mean, who knows really? And it's off the back of an absence. Yard is having a really good season, and I mean, he's a nice, big, strong-looking individual. I thought he might just be better for the run, but who knows?
He has gone forward in France before as well. It can be quite a buzzy sort also. And horses from this yard are no stranger to hitting the front either, so he's a possibility to go forward.
Could well be. Yes, definitely.
Remiluc, based upon hurdles form, recent hurdles form, could be a well-treated horse, 2 to 1 at the moment.
Well, he's now 130, upper 130s as a hurdler off the back of really good runs here and at Cheltenham, and 127 back chasing. But you see, he was a 130 hurdler rated when he went chasing a year ago off 121, and a reasonable debut was followed by a blunder around Kempton, hence the absence. So the handicap has actually put him up from his previous chasing exploits. So you're having to suggest that the improvement over hurdles is definitely going to be matched by going back chasing, which is a little bit iffy.
Is it a concern then that they did throw in the towel initially on chasing, went back hurdling, and now they're doing this again, probably based on the fact that he's a well-treated horse over bigger obstacles?
All of that, yes.
Okay. Chirico Varlas for Noel Feely and Neil Mulholland. He's 2 from 3 for Neil Mulholland over fences. He fell the other time.
He did when he was running well. Of course, the 2 wins were, if not gifts, because no race is a gift, there were certainly races he should have won anyway, and he did. And we're not, in one sense, for a horse that's won 2 out of 3 chases, we're still not absolutely convinced or know where we are with him. This ought to tell us more.
Let's see what the market's doing. Let's get back to the ring with Dave Neverson.
Yeah, the feature of the market now is just this continued drift. The horse has won 2 of his last 3. Chirico Varlas now out to 100 to 30 and 7 to 2. So consequently, both Remiluc is now the target of money into 7 to 4 from 9 to 4 and 6 to 4 the top one, St Calvados. So it seems now that the feature of the market is the drift on the paper favourite, Chirico Varlas. And the bookmakers have got no choice in a race like this but to shorten up the other 2. St Calvados was definitely the morning gamble, but if anything, it's Remiluc that's gaining ground now. But Neil Mulholland's Chirico Varlas completely friendless.
And Got Away is an 8 to 1 shot, the horse we haven't touched upon for last year's winning trainer.
Well, I was going to say coincidence, punters. We'll look at the last year's race. 4 ran outside of the 4, trained by Oliver Sherwood. 1, icing on the cake. At least this one's got winning chase form, and it was at Auteuil, which so there are some claims there.
Talking about it, have you answered any questions in your own mind about the race?
No, I've no idea what's going to happen here. Absolutely none.
Okay, interesting to see how they run as well. Remiluc may not be too far away. And St Calvados has a history of doing just that. Right, let's get up and join John.
Thanks, Tom. They're coming in. Approaching the tape now for the first steeplechase of the day. Remiluc side on to the tape. Be a standing start and they're off and racing. Remiluc eventually away. Okay, St Calvados is the first to show, with Remiluc now joining in as they come towards the first fence. And there Chirico Vallis was third, and fourth place for Got Away, as Remiluc leads narrowly from St Calvados to the far side. Fence number 2 then, in front of the enclosures. And St Calvados jumped well, a little bit better than Remiluc there. Not that Remiluc did a great deal wrong, but St Calvados was very good at fence 2. The other two, Chirico Vallis just ahead of Got Away as they race towards the water jump. Take this for the one and only time. St Calvados and Aidan Coleman leading the way, and popped over that one nicely. Again, his jump was just a little bit more fluent than Remiluc in second place. The other two are not far away. Chirico Vallis on the outside of Got Away as they head there on towards the far side of the track. 5 fences down the back to take, and St Calvados off to a pleasing start here. His first run for trainer Harry Whittington. He leads the way from Remiluc. Chirico Vallis in the McManus Silks, and then in fourth place Got Away. Close up though as they take the next fence, the first down the far side. All over that one safely enough. Coming now towards the fifth fence, which is the first of the open ditches in the race. St Calvados is the leader. Remiluc not far away on the outside. Then comes Got Away, and dropping back to be last here is Chirico Vallis. No Feely, who usually sits so quiet, just perhaps betraying the fact that he wasn't massively happy with him, and he's fallen at the next fence. Chirico Vallis down at fence number 6. Horse cantering away, hopefully none the worse. 3 of them left in it then, St Calvados, Remiluc and Got Away. You can see Noel Feely's got to his feet after that tumble as the runners continue on towards the last fence on the far side. So we're already at fence number 8. St Calvados, Remiluc, and now down is Got Away. She's down as well, hit it very, very hard indeed. Got Away canters away, and Leighton Aspel also on his feet. So 2 of them left now, St Calvados and Remiluc, as they still have 5 more fences left to take. St Calvados has made just about every yard. Remiluc in second place in those red and white stripes. They come to the cross fence. This is 5 from the finish. St Calvados over safely. Just appears to be going that little bit stronger than Remiluc here. Remiluc just chased along by Tom Cannon, couple of lengths off the leader as they head now in toward the home straight. 4 more fences for them left to take. The 10th next then, St Calvados or Remiluc. It'll be one of the two. There's 2 lengths between them. Still St Calvados looks to be going strongly with the lead. Remiluc 2 lengths adrift. Here's 4 out. St Calvados stood off a mile there. Huge leap from the leader, St Calvados. Remiluc trying his level best to stay with this leader. Final open ditch coming up now. 3 from the finish. St Calvados in a little bit tight. Remiluc down the near side, and for the first time St Calvados now comes under a little bit of pressure himself. 2 out now. St Calvados and Remiluc. Good jump, St Calvados. That reaffirmed his superiority for the moment over Remiluc as they now race on down towards the final fence. St Calvados in the hands of Aidan Coleman seems to have shaken off Remiluc, who's 5 or 6 lengths away at the last. St Calvados jumped it well. Remiluc over in second place, being kept up to his work, but St Calvados heads to the elbow now, galloping some 7 lengths clear of Remiluc. So they head now right up towards the line. A long look round. Aidan Coleman will see that he and St Calvados are clear. St Calvados beats Remiluc, the only other finisher.
Four started, two finished, and the race was won by St Calvados for Aidan, Coleman and Harry Whittington on first start for the yard, and for owner Andrew Brooks. And has won quite nicely in the end from Remiluc, back over fences, Tom Cannon for Chris Gordon. But we did lose two very early on in the race. First up, it was Chirico Vallis, who was easy to back beforehand, dropped back through the field, and goodness me, made a real blundering error there, gave his jockey no chance.
No, well, he fell, which definitely gives the jockey no chance. Yes, he already looked as if he might be in a bit of trouble.
And then, a little bit later, after this fence, we also lost the filly Got Away, who came down here. So the trainer won it last year, but it wasn't to be this time round, and subsequently from this point there were just two left.
Yeah, just a bit steep, and down she goes as well. It's still going well enough, but in the end, the winner's jumping has... Yeah, I mean, Remiluc hasn't made any mistakes, which is good, unlike the last time we saw him chasing, but he's still been out-jumped at most of the fences, and in the end, I think that's told. I mean, he's thrown down a perfectly good challenge there. He's virtually upsized, but in the end, the winner's got too many gears, and the jumping's won in the race as well. And it's a pretty nice performance, that. I mean, there's no way of knowing what the form's worth, but he's carried top weight. He's only a 4-year-old still until Monday, and overall, you'd give him pretty high.